Yeah, she with the spaghetti.
Let's get this started.
Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. They've got Duncan. Pippen is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Thompson, and it's Doncic in at the point guard. Now, here's Doncic. Duncan with a screen on LeBron. And it's Doncic missing. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Wembanyama, left side. Antetokounmpo against Davis. Now, here's Doncic. He's covered closely. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Wembanyama, a screen on Thompson. Curry can't get it to go. Antetokounmpo against Davis. Pass to Duncan. Doncic outside. Back to Duncan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis, the pass to Thompson. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, nice play by Klay Thompson, one of the best shooters in the catch-and-shoot game.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Wilkins, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Curry kicks to James. To the middle. Here's Wembanyama. Duncan with the block.
He's the defensive anchor for this team. Duncan excels at reading shooters and then altering their shots.
Curry against Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point Luka is unguardable. Ask any of the elite defenders in the NBA and they'll tell you Doncic is one of the toughest to guard. He's got size, he's got skill, he can get downhill, he mixes his pace. So much to contend with when you're dealing with Luka Doncic.
Now here's Thompson after the miss from Stephen Curry. And again, it's the Suns missing. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I talked with head coach Mark Dagnall. He told me, now that team goes as Anthony Davis goes. AD is feeling good and he's in rhythm. Everything clicks. Coach said we'll need a team effort at both ends. Our communication has to be excellent, and even then, we're not going to completely stop him. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Now here's Davis. Open for three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
Here's Wembanyama. It's good.
So fluid off the bounce. Wembanyama.
Phoenix has gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Duncan, the pass to Thompson. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist. Thompson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Suns.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Mark Dagnall calls timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Kids checked in. The Suns making a change here as well. Michael Jordan, he's checked in for Pippen. Curry against Jordan. Curry dishes to Antetokounmpo. Pocket 6. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Just no panic from Giannis. He's excellent at making sure to get off a good look in time.
On the wing, Doncic, guarded by Curry. A nice shot by Doncic.
There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
James against Thompson. The crossover. And the rebound goes to Duncan. Suns leading by 5. And here's Davis for 3. Thunder with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
Now, here's Thompson. He's got 6. Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Curry against Doncic. Curry kicks to LeBron. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer.
LeBron worked tirelessly early in his career on improving his range shooting, and boy, it has paid dividends.
Goes up on the high post. Doncic, no good.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Kemp's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And the Suns also making a change. Irving's checked in for Thompson. Now, here is Jordan. No scoring in this one. Here's Duncan, and Duncan throws it down hard.
Yeah, and at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there and just hammering it home.
Here's Kidd, trailing by 2. Irving finds Doncic. Over Kidd. And it's Doncic missing.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him. While we love his ability to attack the rim, he just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
It's tipped. Kemp with the steal. Curry outside. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Davis, the pass to Irving. Duncan with the screen for Irving. Out to Doncic. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 6 points.
Well, Luka Doncic on the receiving end of a quality pass. We usually see him with the ball.
Outside Kemp. Pass to LeBron. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
Irving surveying the floor. To the paint, pulls up. And stolen by Wembanyama. Kidd with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Here's Kemp. And Kemp with the slam.
The ultimate man-child. Kemp, one of the most flamboyant finishers in our league.
Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Doncic passes to Duncan. Curry way outside, and Davis pulls it down.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. Might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Suns on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Momentum getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. In a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So with Duncan sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Klay Thompson is out there with Martin. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 2. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Outside Kid, 6 to shoot. Roy from outside drops in the tray. Roy has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Roy against Jordan. Martin with a screen on Roy. Down low. And finished off by Martin.
Coming off the pick, Jordan often takes this himself, crosses the D up that time.
Kid against Irving. Inside. Here's Stackhouse. Martin with the block. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Jordan's shot is off. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Kidd. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
They get Kenyon Martin.
And Kidd, really just a nightly triple-double threat. Big point guard who can score, pass, and also rebounds the ball.
And the first one drops. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
Wilkins against Pippen. Gasol, a screen on Roy. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A three-pointer off the mark. Kidd against Irving. Kidd gets the bucket.
The focus from Kidd, terrific at just keeping his composure even when things get tight.
Martin with a screen on Kidd. Irving attacking. Pass to Martin. Kidd against Irving. This all setting the pick for Irving. From deep. Good defense by Kidd. The Thunder with the lead. Outside Wilkins. Back to Kidd. A jump hook, and Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejection.
Here's Wilkins, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Wilkins has got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to Sacramento. Gasol is screen on Kidd. Irving dishes to Pippen. Pass to Thompson for the 3. Klay Thompson with that deep range.
With his strong shot mechanics, these long-range shots tend to look easy for Thompson.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with this guy. For the Thunder, LeBron comes in for Sean Kemp. And Curry subbed in for Roy. And for the Suns, Duncan, he's checked in for Martin. And Doncic is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Loads it up for Giannis. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
And you can see Kidd's ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Pippen outside. Duncan against LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over James. Duncan misses. Thunder coming to this one after the win against Indiana. Here's Kidd. James wide open. Good in the assist to Kidd. Kidd's got 3 assists in the game. Suns trail by 6. Duncan outside. Back to Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
Well, there's a mix of touch and power that Luka Doncic brings to the game. You can't take him lightly when he touches the paint.
Screen by Giannis. It's Kidd with the drop. Misses from short range. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Outside for Gasol. A shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And now just a 2-point Thunder lead. LeBron outside. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City. Curry from 3.
Curry is just lethal from outside.
Suns trail by 5. Doncic passes to Duncan. Now here's Pippen. He's defended by Wilkins. Pippen, no luck. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. James, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Off target from 3-point range. Phoenix has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to James. 1:56 left now here in the second. Shoots from 12. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. James has got 5 points now this quarter.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're hitting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Wembanyama is checked in for the Thunder. And the Suns making a change here as well. Davis is checked in. Doncic outside. Outside, Davis. Phoenix, no good that time either. The Thunder leading by 7. It's Wilkins with the drive. Nice D from Duncan. The Suns shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Pippen kicks to Duncan. Thompson the bounce pass. Davis setting the pick for Pippen. With the drive, Dominique Wilkins comes up with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Giannis a screen on Thompson. On its way from Curry for 2, and it's Phoenix with the rebound.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
Pippen outside. Back to Doncic. To end the drought, the 3 ball from Doncic.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
6-second difference between shot and game play. Floats it up for Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Suns trail by 6. Doncic left side. Duncan. That shot off. Good defense by Wembanyama. Wilkins in the post. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Get ready for the fan half-court shot. They're measuring up the shot.
I know my partner here appreciates the brute force, especially on the glass, right, Shaq? And they're in a good spot because of it.
And now that'll do it for our show.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Suns trail by 6. They've got Wilkins. Stephen Curry's out there with James. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Giannis in at the 4. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They are 4 for 9.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
Giannis Antetokounmpo taking 2 shots.
And he's good on the second.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
To the inside. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot out.
The Thunder have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. That free throw missing.
And what I love about Giannis, yeah, he's a superstar, an MVP, a champion, but best of all, Giannis is an incredible ambassador for the game.
Good on the second free throw. And so here's Phoenix, 8-point game. And here is Doncic, 11 points in the game. Davis finds Pippen. James against Doncic. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Luka Doncic started off his 2024, Doris, with a historic scoring performance.
He sure did, Kevin. He was only the 4th player in league history to score over 72 points in a game. It was the shooting performance of a lifetime, and Luka just takes it all in stride. Incredible. Boy, great touch from King James there. For as big as he is, he still possesses such a beautiful floater.
And stolen by James. By himself. And he goes right over Luka Doncic and slams it down.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Doncic passes to Davis. Thompson for the triple. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside Curry. Back to James. And they double up James. 6 on the shot clock. Curry passes to Wembanyama. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA is looking for greater parity. But Golden State's Draymond Green said, quite frankly, with this new CBA, dynasties are over. We're the last dynasty you'll be able to speak of because of the way this salary cap is set up. Guess we'll see. Kevin?
I hope he's not right, but he may be onto something, David. Thank you. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Duncan dishes to Davis. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Good on the bucket. 16 points for Klay Thompson.
I'll tell you, individually, he is doing all he can. But right now, somebody's got to step in and support this guy.
Wilkins outside. Here's James. Smooth finish inside by LeBron.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Doncic passes to Thompson. Thompson is double. Over Curry. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Klay Thompson.
But Klay Thompson is dialed in, and for the defense, that's a problem.
James kicks to Antetokounmpo. Curry with a wide open look. And the Thunder another 3.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Wilkins, no good.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Doncic against LeBron. Doncic. Good D by James. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Curry looking it over. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Suns trail by 17. Pippen dishes to Duncan. James against Doncic. The rebound by James.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy. He's playing right into the hands of the defense at this point.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Phoenix. Outside, Davis. Pass to Thompson. It's stolen by Curry. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Wilkins. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You can tell Dominique Wilkins just has that extra edge to his game. He's always hunting down his next bucket and willing to fight to get it.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
Kids checked in for Stephen Curry. Phoenix also making some changes. Gasol comes in for Anthony Davis. And it's Jordan in for Scottie Pippen. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
To stop the run. A rebound by Kidd. Kidd's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And so far, the story on Luka Doncic. He's coming off an excellent season. And, of course, he's got a nose for the ball. He ranked in the top 10 in steals last season.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Free throw good. Giannis. A different look for Oklahoma City. Kemp's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. And it's Roy in for Dominique Wilkins. And the Suns making a change here as well. Martin's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Suns trail by 20.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. If you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for Phoenix.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Boy, it's been a struggle in this quarter, and the team needs more from him. There's no doubt.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Pass to Gasol. Doncic with it. Right side, Jordan. And the shot is good.
A high percentage look for Jordan. It has every move you could ask for in the painted area.
The Thunder leading by 20. Now here's Kidd. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. In third, the Thunder. The Suns fifth.
The percentage each of these teams shot was just outstanding. I mean, that's a result of unselfishness and great offensive rhythm.
The free throw drops for Kidd. And Phoenix making a change here. Irving's checked in. Both free throws good from Kidd. Phoenix has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Irving against Kidd. Martin with the screen for Irving. Inside. And finished off by Martin.
Given his shooting ability, Irving presents a ton of problems in the pick and roll.
Oklahoma City leading by 20. Kidd passes to LeBron. To the middle, lock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Kidd, no good. Roy against Jordan. 20 feet out. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, surprised he doesn't have more shot attempts. He's been accurate. You'd think he'd want to take control now with them behind.
And so it's Oklahoma City Holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after this. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Just keep grinding. Keep getting stuff.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Ginobili on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got Irving. Pau Gasol is out there with Duncan. Then it's Pippen. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard position.
Stephen Curry, a 3-level scorer, gets a chippy right there.
Suns trail by 20. Here's Irving. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
Pass to Jordan. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist from Michael Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists tonight. Stoudemire outside. And there's the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
In the face-up game of Amari, the ability to put the ball on the floor, just tremendous.
At the line for 2, Amari Stoudemire.
That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. 4th quarter still young, just over a minute play. Irving against Curry. Irving passes to Gasol. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Stoudemire. That free throw good from Gasol.
A truly skillful 7-footer. Pau Gasol doesn't just rely on his size to beat others to buckets and boards. There's a finesse to his game most big men don't possess.
Kemp screen on Pippen. Wilkins finds Kemp. 6 to shoot. Stoudemire setting the pick for Kidd. And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And Stoudemire just moves so well in that pick and roll. Just cuts the D to shreds with that set.
Irving against Curry. Duncan with the screen for Irving. Drills it from outside.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Curry fires from way outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
To the paint. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
Duncan dishes to Irving. Pass to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duncan. Good, and the assist, that time by Gasol.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Suns trail by 15. Here's Irving. The shot misses. Good defense by Kidd. Here's Curry with the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Irving. Down low. Here's Gasol. Gasol is doubled. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
That'll be a jump ball.
from deep three-point territory. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Here's Irving. What a terrific move that was.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Oklahoma City leading by 13. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Stoudemire. Giannis comes in for Shawn Kemp. LeBron's checked in for Dominique Wilkins. And it's Roy in for Curry. And for the Suns, Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Duncan. Klay Thompson comes in for Scottie Pippen. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last break, here's what Mark Daigneault was telling his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Doncic passes to Gasol. And here's Thompson. Gasol is screen on James. Here's Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Wembanyama's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's stolen by Davis. Jordan inside, covered by Giannis. Pass to Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
The Thunder leading by 13. Kidd with it. Puts up a 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Jason Kidd.
The free throw drops for Kidd. And the Thunder making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Duncan, he's checked in for Phoenix. Pippen comes in for Jordan. And the second free throw, good. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Curry against Doncic. Fires from deep. The rebound by James. James has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down.
It's amazing how many ways Kidd sparks their offense.
At the line for your Oklahoma City, Jason Kidd, taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Kidd. Both free throws good from Kidd. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. Duncan with the screen for Doncic. Pass to Duncan. Trying to get open, it's Davis. Duncan misses. The Thunder leading by 18. Wembanyama left side. James kicks to Kidd. Curry against Doncic. Now James, just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Pippen. Phoenix grabs the miss. Right side Davis. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Wembanyama outside. Back to Curry. Here's LeBron. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Duncan with the screen on Curry. Taken away by Kidd. James outside. Floats it up for Wembanyama. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Air mail special. Wemby on the catch and flush.
Suns trail by 20.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Thunder.
And as one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for LeBron.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
At the line for two.
And that one falls for Duncan. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Stoudemire, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Kemp comes in for Antetokounmpo. Stackhouse, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Roy in for Curry. And the Suns here with a different look. Pau Gasol's checked in for Anthony Davis. Jordan comes in for Pippen. Ginobili, he's checked in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Luka Doncic. So he gets them both. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving against Kidd. Duncan with the block. Jordan looking it over. Ginobili outside. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Roy. And it's the Thunder with the ball. Pass to Kemp. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Giannis, a dominant performance. What is the level that...
All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.